who have joined you today and those who cannot be with you today. There's a lot of parts to my job and there's a lot of things that I get to do, but I have to say this is the part that I love the most. And this ceremony today is the third ceremony today. We had 3 yesterday and 2 last week. And over the past 2 weeks, over 10,000 people from over 150 different countries have become Irish citizens. And for me, even to be part of something so special really is something that I'm so proud of. The word citizen in Irish, so for those of you who may have learned a little bit of Irish, it's Saoronic, and it comes from the Irish word saor, which means free. So most importantly, after today and actually in the next half hour or so, you will now be citizens, but you will be free people of Ireland, which really is a wonderful, wonderful thing. To officially confer you, so I don't get to do the official bit, but I still get to be here to officially confer you with Irish citizenship. I'm delighted to be joined by Judge Brian McMahon, who I've had the honour of doing and being part of this ceremony with on a number of occasions. He is the presiding officer of today's ceremony and will shortly administer the declaration of fidelity to our nation and loyalty to our state, and he will bring a bit of humour to it, as he always does in his own way as well. But before that, I'd like to maybe say a few things, but also to say a few thanks as well. We have, as you can see on stage, our sign language interpreter, Vanessa Wolf, and she is here to make sure that our ceremony is truly as inclusive as it can be. As you took your seats, and for the last few moments, I have no doubt that you have enjoyed the wonderful music from our Army Number 1 band, and I think they really add to the occasion and really are a wonderful addition. We have the wonderful Miss Anne Chute, our fantastic harpist, my childhood friend who I grew up with and spent most of my life with, plays the harp, and many of the songs that Anne plays are the tunes that she first learned, so it always reminds me of my childhood. But as you know, the harp is the national symbol of Ireland as well, so it's wonderful to have Anne here. And then finally, under the command of Captain Turlough Gallagher, the coloured party who we've just seen carry the Irish flag on stage. Their presence here, I think, underscores the solemnity of today's event, but also the importance that is attached to this event by the state of Ireland. So if I could ask you just to give all of those participating today a huge round of applause. You are officially conferred with Irish citizenship. If I could maybe just take a moment to acknowledge and to reflect on the fact that each and every one of you, you all have your own stories. You've all taken your own paths here, your own journeys, for whatever reason. Some of them have taken longer than others. Whatever your reason, whatever your journey, you have all reached the same destination and you are all here together. And many of you are here for different reasons. And, you know, I look around the room and I've no doubt that there are people here who came here to seek a safe haven, to find somewhere safe for their family, for you yourself, to be able to live, to be able to grow, to be able to live the life that we all want to live. Every single one of you have brought your own characteristics, your own traits, but also your own gifts. We have nurses, we have doctors, we have business people, we have people working in a hospitality sector, in finance, across every single sector. Whatever you do, whatever your talent is, thank you for bringing us here and thank you for sharing it with us. As a country, we are the better for it. I see parents, I see siblings, I hear children, which is wonderful. I'm sure there are many people here who came for love, or if you didn't come for love, you might have found it since then. And I really hope you have, whatever your reason for being here, remember it, notice, and as we'll hear from Judge McMahon, be sure to pass it on to the next generation, because it is such an important part of who you are and of the next generation as well. To become a citizen of a country that you have chosen, I think, really is a truly unique life event. But what does it mean to be a citizen? Well, first of all, it means that you have rights. It means having rights, the right to hold a passport. And I'm so pleased to say that the Irish passport is one of the most secure and one of the most respected across the world. It means that you can vote, and I have no doubt that many of you have just voted in the local and European elections. I won't ask you who you voted for, but I have no doubt whenever we have a general election that you will vote in the general election to be sure to make sure that you have your voice heard, that you take part in the matters that matter to you, the issues that matter to you. And who knows, perhaps we have a future politician among us, a future Minister for Justice, or your children, your grandchildren will get involved. Irrespective, you have that right, and be sure to take that up. Being a citizen also involves having responsibilities, making sure that you obey the rule of law, that you show respect for your fellow citizens as well. But one responsibility, or one thing I think which really stands out to me, and it's something that this country and our culture is steeped in, and that is a culture of working together towards a common goal, finding that common ground. And no matter who we are and where we've come from, there is always that common ground. There's an old Irish tradition of saying, and it's called mehel, and it represents from many years ago when members of the same community or family and neighbours would come together to make sure that the crops could be saved, that during harvest time the crops could be saved. And I think it applies in so many different scenarios, but it's about people coming together, that camaraderie, to discover that common ground that we all share and to seize new opportunities because of it. And it really, I think, reflects, when we talk about the richness of our nation, it's not just about money, it's not about things. The richness of our nation is measured, and our wealth is measured by our people. And as a country, I think we are probably the richest country in the world because of the people that make up this wonderful country. So I encourage you to engage fully and actively in all areas of Irish society, and to take the spirit of mehel and to make it your own. We'll hear now again just from Anne for another piece or an interlude on the harp, and then I will call on Judge McMahon to administer the declaration in which you will declare your fidelity to our nation and loyalty to our state. But I'll just finish on this and ask you to think about one thing, or for you to take away this. The harp I mentioned at the outset, it's always seen as a symbol of Ireland. You see it on so many things, on our coins, it's on the front of the passport that you'll be able to get, it's on the front of our constitution. But there's nothing uniquely Irish about the harp. If you look, there are depictions of it from 5,000 years ago, from ancient Egypt, from many other ancient civilizations, and I think that it shows very clearly how our country and how our culture has always been influenced by others. And so to each and every one of you, I would say, to bring your culture, to bring your heritage, to bring your traditions, to share them, because as a country, we are the richer and we are the better for it. So I'm delighted to be here. I would say this, thank you for choosing Ireland, because you've chosen Ireland as the home of your heart, but also as your future. And I'll pass you over now to our wonderful Judge Brian McMahon. Thank you.
I'm not sure half of you know that. I of having applied to the Minister for Justice for a certificate of naturalization, hereby solemnly declare my fidelity to the Irish nation and my loyalty to the state. I undertake to faithfully observe the laws of the state and to respect its democratic values. Congratulations.
How wonderful and powerful and amazing it is to be up here and to witness and to experience that. So I can only imagine for you just how wonderful and powerful it is. It gives me great pleasure on a personal level, but also as a minister of this government, on behalf of this government, to offer you my heartfelt congratulations as our newest Irish citizens, or indeed Saoránaigh. I would ask you to do what us Irish always like to do and do well, and celebrate today in whatever way is appropriate to you, to your family and to your friends. But don't celebrate for too long. Judge McMahon mentioned the Constitution, and You'll be invited back in about a week for a test on the Constitution, the Irish language as well. I kid, don't worry. No, look, as a government we will do everything that we can to support you, to achieve your dreams, to achieve your ambitions, and I hope that we can be with you as well to celebrate with you for those achievements as well. So I will repeat what I mentioned at the outset. I thank you for choosing Ireland as the home of your heart and indeed of your future. Well done, congratulations, and enjoy the day.